Hello and welcome to this interesting class. Now, on today's class, we'll be talking about a question that has to do with inequality. Now, this is the number 41 UTME question. Now, in this question, it says that determine the value for which x squared minus 7x plus 10 is less than or equal to 0. So you are asked to find the value of x that will make this value here less than 0 or equal to 0. That is the main thing that we were asked to do here, right? So what are we going to do? That is the question right now. So you are given this question, right? But this is quadratic, right? You can say quadratic inequality since it is inequality. This is quadratic, right? Since this is quadratic has the highest power of 2. That's what makes it quadratic, right? Now it has the highest power of 2. Now we're going to factorize this. X squared minus 7x plus 10. We factorize it. Now, how do we factorize this? How do we factorize it? We're going to look for two numbers such that when you multiply, you get 10. And when you add those numbers, you get minus 7. When you add them, you should get 7. And when you add them, you should get 7 minus 7. When you multiply, you should get plus 10. What are these two numbers? Now, let's try 2 and 3. 2 times 3 is what? No, sorry. 5 times 2, sorry. 5 times 2 is 10, right? It is plus 10. But it cannot give us minus. So we need to put minus here, minus here. So minus times minus will give us plus. 5 times 2 is what? 10, right? Then minus 5 plus minus 2, right? Minus 5 plus minus 2 plus minus will give us minus. So minus 5 minus 2 is minus 7. So it is minus 5 and minus 2, right? It is minus 5 and minus 2. Which means that this is equal to, open bracket, x minus 5, close bracket, open bracket, x minus 2, right? Now, if you open this bracket, you have factorized this very question. It is very quadratic value here. You have factorized it. It is equal to x is x minus 5, open bracket, x minus 2. So it has been factorized. So since this is equal to this, I can then impute it into this place, which means that x minus 5, close bracket, open bracket, x minus 2 is less than or equal to 0, right? So you remember in a quadratic question always have two values, right? Since this is less than or equal to 0, let me just say this x minus 5 is equal to 0. Let me just use the equal sign. Not minding this, let's leave this aside first. Since x minus 5 is equal to 0, to get x now here, x will be equal to what? This 5 moves to this side, become 5. And then since this x minus 2 is equal to 0, this minus 2 moves to this side, becomes positive 2. So x equal to 2 or equal to, x is equal to 5 or x is equal to 2. So these are the values that this x can be. But then, how do we find the range which will make this very left-hand side to be less than or equal to the right-hand side? It should be less than, because this thing says that it should be either less than. Every value that you are going to put in this x should make this value to be less than 0, right? Should be less than or equal to 0. It shouldn't be anything you're going to get here should not be from 1, 2, 3 and above. It should be from 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. So if you check out, this is 5, right? Now we try 5 in here. If you try 5 here now, you find out that you will get something. Okay, let's try it first. This is x, right? Instead of putting x, I put 5. 5 squared minus 7 times 5, right? 7 times 5 plus 10. Now, 5 squared is what? 25. Then 7 times 5 is 45 plus, sorry, 7 times 5 is 35 plus 10. Now, 25 minus 35 will give us 10. To give us minus 10 plus 10, right? Minus 10 plus 10 is 0. So 0 is less than 5, right? So I will try another number that is greater than 5. Which number is that? Which is 6, right? 6 squared minus 7 multiplied by 6 plus 10. 6 squared is what? This 6 times 6 times 6 minus 7 times 6 is 42. 42 plus 10, right? He said 36 minus 42 plus 10. Plus 10. This will give us 4. So you can see that it will give us 4. But 4 is not less than 0. So 5, anything greater than 5 will give us something that was greater than this 0. So anything greater than 5 is excluded from this range. Are you with me? So I've tried, I found out that it must be something lower than 5, right? Because if I put 4 here, if I put 4 here now as x, 4 squared minus 7 multiplied by 4 plus 10, right? 4 squared is 4 times 4, 16, minus 7 times 4 is what? That is 14 plus 14, that is 28, plus 10. 16 minus 28 plus 10. It gives me minus 2. So minus 2 is less than 0. So the value must be less than 5. The value of x must be less than 5. It must be either 5 or less than 5. It cannot be greater than 5. Now let's try 2. We have tried 5. Now let's try 2. 2 will still give us 0. So we'll say 2 squared minus 7 multiplied by 2 plus 10. Now 2 squared is 4. 7 times 2 will give me 14 plus 10, right? Am I correct? Yes. So 4 minus 14 will give me minus 10. Minus 10 plus 10 is equal to 0. So 0 can be here. 0 is equal to 0. So this is still true. But if I increase this 2 to be 3, let's say 3 squared. So 3 squared minus 7 multiplied by 3 plus 10. 3 squared is 9 minus 7 times 3 is 21. So 21 plus 10. Now 1 minus 21 will give me what? 12. 12 plus this. It will give me minus 12. Minus 12 plus this will give me minus 2. So minus 2 is less than 2. It's less than 0, I mean. Minus 2 is less than 0. So it can be true if the x is greater than 2. Now let's check. What if x is lower than 2? Let me try 1. So 1 squared minus 7 multiplied by 1 plus 10. 1 squared is what? 1. 7 times 1 is minus 7 plus 10. 1 minus 7 is minus 6. Minus 6 plus 10 is 4. It is positive 4, but positive 4 is not less than 0. So x can be less than or equal to 5. And then x, that is for this, x cannot be greater than 5. It is either less than or equal to 5. And then x must be greater than or equal to 2. Now, to put this thing on a range, right? Put it on a range. You put x at the middle. Now, which one is the smallest among these? 2, right? Which one is the biggest? 5. So this will be x is less than or equal to 5. and then x is greater than or equal to 2. Now, this is the answer to this question, right? Now, this range is telling you that x can be greater than or equal to 2, or x is less than or equal to 5. It cannot pass this range. If it passes this range, your answer will not be correct. So this is the value of x in this question. I believe you understand what I just taught now, and I believe you enjoy it. If you enjoy it, please give us a like and make sure you follow and share for more. Thank you.
Subscribe for more of this kind of content. Thank you.